Too many cooks, they say, spoils the broth. Is that the case of Real Madrid, who, despite bringing in Kylian Mbappe, one of the best players in world football, have faltered, fumbled, and wumbled so far this season? We thought they were going to be unstoppable, having won it all last season, but then you look at them this season and you wonder, why then did they bring Kylian Mbappe? Real are not the only team wobbling. Man City also, they've lost 3 on the bounce. How about Arsenal? We don't even know where Mikel Arteta's team, where they would get their motivation from. And congratulations to a certain Victor Osimhen, who's back in the national team for the Super Eagles of Nigeria ahead of the AFCON qualifiers. Welcome, guys. This is Premium Sport on BBO TV. I am the amazing Kingsley, and I'm happy to have you all join us for this fresh edition. We'll do a short break. When I come back, I'm going to do sports beats before I get to unveil the guys right here in the studio. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys. It's still Premium Sport on PBO TV with the amazing Kingsley. It's time for Sports Beats before you get to hear from my troublesome guys. Let's go into Sports Beats and give you stories happening across the board on other sports. Where do we start from? Let's start from tennis, where defending champion Novak Djokovic earlier this week pulled out of the ATP finals because of an ongoing injury. The 37-year-old Serb, who has won a record 7 titles at the event, had already qualified as the 6th most successful player on the ATP tour this season, but then he misses out. He says, and I quote, "I was really looking forward to being there, but due to ongoing injury, I won't be playing. Apologies to those who were planning to see me. Wishing all the players a great tournament. See you soon." Away from tennis to boxing, Daniel Dubois is now set for a highly anticipated heavyweight showdown against Joseph Parker after plans for a rematch with Anthony Joshua were scrapped. The bout is expected to take place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as part of the Riyadh season event. Well, Parker, a former world champion, has seen a recent resurgence in form and is determined to prove himself against the rising British powerhouse. Finally, let's do some basketball. Steph Curry passed NBA legend Charles Barkley on the all-time scoring list as the Golden State Warriors beat the Boston Celtics 118-112 in midweek. The 34-year-old, a 4-time NBA championship winner, registered 27 points on the night plus a triple-double as he moved to 30th on the all-time list, and the Warriors sealed their 5th consecutive win. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Cavaliers also recorded a franchise record 9 wins in a row with a 131-122 victory against the New Orleans Pelicans. We're done with Sports Beats. After the short break, I introduce the guys and we'll dive into Nigeria flavor. Don't touch it. Welcome back, guys. It's still Premium Sport on BBO TV. I'm the amazing Kingsley. I've got my guys right here. Yes, and now I can see the one in the middle is ever dependable. Before now, you used to have one mark or the other and then you missed the show. But right now, ever dependable. Chijioke, Ezeali, welcome on board.
I expect me to shake you.
Yeah, handshake.
Please get focused. Viewers, it's good to be here once again. I thought I was presenting today, actually.
1-0. CJ did not take my hand.
So it's good to be here. He's an Arsenal fan. He's still suffering. I don't want to transfer the loss from Arsenal to the greatest club in the world. So somebody's also not happy. I'm surrounded by losers today. It's so good to actually be here on the show, be the only winner on the show right now. And we have Ruben Amorim to make me even gloat more this weekend.
Okay. Scratch that. Just scratch that.
Scratch what?
Let me talk to a 15-time Champions League winning.
What I lost at home?
We can see ourselves on the table.
Oh, Losers Connect.
On league table, some people need to scroll down.
Losers Connect.
Both league and continental.
Yeah, you have to edit.
Show more.
Yes.
Then after show more, you need to scroll.
Oh, you guys are bantering right now.
I think they played national Champions League anthem in your stadium.
Yeah. Arsenal.
Well, we've won the Champions League for a record. How many times again? Wait.
Real Madrid about Champions League won.
Somebody has won one. You just shaked him right now.
Wait. You are talking, but he's playing there.
He has won them.
Hello, fans. It's time for Nigeria flavor. enough of a UEFA Champions League talk. Or even, we'll get to Euro focus when we get to that point. We'll cross it. We'll cross it very fast. We don't really need to dwell a lot more on that because the key teams lost: Arsenal, Man City, Real Madrid. So what's there to talk about? Nothing really.
The junior brothers are playing in the.
He's rubbing shoulders. He said the key teams.
Nothing really. But let's focus on Nigeria. The Super Eagles of Nigeria. Coach Austin Eguavoen has his list. The good news is that Victor Osimhen is back, and it's good to have him back in the national team. Victor Osimhen, Victor Boniface. There's no Taiwo Omoniyi, and it's fine. Because Chris Wood he has been fantastic for Nottingham Forest. Awoniyi's bench will just stay on like that. We look at the team. A few new names, maybe not necessarily significant on the kind of guys that will get to start the game. But we need just 1 point from 2 games. And so we shouldn't panic. We should just go there and make us enjoy football.
Well, it's no more panic for me. For the goalkeepers, we made peace with the 3 guys they will call any day, anytime, except something else happens that will bring result back into the team. Now it feels like it's Amas, the former insurance goalkeeper, Okoye, who is relatively doing well for UDBC, and the big boy now, Stanley Wabali. Then where I have a bit of issue, first off, it's in the forward line. In the defense, at least to an extent, there were many criticisms for Tanemo not playing for his club side. He moved from MPFL to the championship, and he doesn't. He had issue with work permit and everything. He wasn't even playing, and he got called up. Now that he's made his debut, is when we now refuse to call him to the team. But I like Collins who replaced him. Collins is a regular. Yeah, not playing on the best teams in quotes. He plays for Auxerre, but he's a regular in that team. He starts every match for them, except the last 2 which he missed due to knock. So he's a starter. The other new defender plays in the MPFL. He will not play. Is there to make up numbers. Then let's move to the midfield, the regular suspect. But where many, including myself, have a few challenges in the front line. For those who know, I'm one of Sadiq Umar's biggest fans. I remember when they called him to AFCON and people were talking, I was among those who gave reasons why he deserved the call-up, but not now. Since he recovered from the ACL, he's not be the same Sadiq Umar. Now this season, a striker has played 8 games in all competitions without a single goal. And that's who we decided to call up. I'd rather give Anas Yusuf in the LPFL, who has scored 2 hat-tricks so far this season, and he's not even in number 9. I'd rather give that slot to I'll give the slot to anybody. In fact,
the guy is playing very well in Belgium.
I'll call one
Also, no, there's also a guy. It's called on Wednesday. For this team who breast beat Olatunji. What is that his name again?
I'll give the score to anybody. Same thing with Kelechi Iheanacho. At least for next, I can understand Kelechi Iheanacho. You know, you get called up to national team for the various reasons. You are doing very well at your club side, or you are a traditional member of the squad. That's probably what Kelechi Iheanacho has been enjoying over the years, but not Sadiq Umar. I'll give the slot to any other player. The midfield, I think, is what we have. It will be hard to change that.
But it's funny you said you liked him before now. I've never appreciated him as a player. like honestly.
No, I mean, when he was
honestly, Umar.
No, when he was in Almeria,
I've never liked
second
him.
division in Spain, he was playing well.
Exactly, that's my problem. Second division, he was the top scorer.
When he came up,
he scored so many goals. He came up to the first division and
I think the injuries
he moved
to Sociedad, he got injured.
Yeah, we could hinge that. We could hinge a little bit on the injury. He went to the Olympics. You remember, he played in that team that won bronze. He did pretty well. He played One Nations Cup in Nigeria. He did pretty well. But I've never been comfortable with his hold-up play. I've never been comfortable with how he plays in the national team. I've never been comfortable. In fact, he will not get ahead of any of our strikers. Even Awoniyi that wasn't called up, he won't even play ahead of Awoniyi. So why call him up?
I also think I have issues with having Iheanacho in that camp.
Iheanacho scored Copa del Rey goals, so maybe that swayed them. But
I'm sure they made the list for that Copa del Rey.
But you know, I'll remind Boluwatitonisola, be forgotten. You said one time that you don't even know Iheanacho's best position.
Exactly. He doesn't even
know because it's a problem. It's becoming a problem.
But sadly, because you know he's the best set piece taker in this country. Sadly,
I still doubt that.
But we don't utilize all of that.
Exactly.
I still doubt that actually.
Even said that he's still the best.
In one of their trainings.
Maybe because he scored
against
Argentina.
Said that guy they play for training.
No, Victor. What's his name? Simon Moses. Simon Moses was the best free kick taker
at the time.
2 years ago, one of them, you could see that out of like 10 free kicks, he scored 4-5. I'm like, but we don't see this thing in match day.
For me personally, I don't know whether it's seniority thing, but I think Ademola Lookman should be our set piece taker. He strikes the ball so well. He scores free kick better than most of them in the team. I don't know why he doesn't take free kick as often. We've mentioned Moses Simon. That guy scares me whenever he's on the ball because it seems as if he plays against our national team.
Okay.
Honestly,
let's not dwell a lot on the Super Eagles because on next week on the show we'll have more time to talk about that. Let's quickly wrap up this segment with the Nigerian Premier Football League.
The most competitive league in the world.
Remo Stars have now overtaken Rivers United. Rivers United lost.
They've lost, so no more unbeaten for them. So the only unbeaten team in the league now is El
Academy.
And
it's seven draws.
But surprisingly,
unique league.
What has Omoniyi done? I think I'll give it 30 seconds.
Yeah. Let me gloat about him a little bit.
What has he done? Because I saw him even beat Abia Warriors 2-0
away from home. Exactly.
And this was a team that we thought were dead and buried.
The thing is, he's had problems with refereeing decisions, but the thing about him is he won't come out.
We all
exactly, but he won't come out and say the referees have done this, have done that. But we've seen clearly they've been denied penalties, they've been denied clear-cut goals. But one thing everybody agreed that watches his team is they play sweet football, they play total football from back to front, transition, passing, defending. You have young boys in his team. I think some pundits even advised him recently that he should get senior experienced strikers, just to blend them into the team. But he has gone with the young team. I was surprised when I even saw the result that they went away to win 2-0. But knowing his person, he has been building the team up to win anywhere in the league. But the Nigerian league, like Bolu said, the hardest league in the world to get. I want to get to week 10.
When he
gets to week 10, exactly. So it gets harder from here. So for him to achieve that with the set of boys he had, and again, he will be playing Sunshine Stars at home. Sunshine Stars are very tricky opponents. In fact, I even predict they'll play goalless in this one because Sunshine Stars, against any team in the league, they will give you trouble.
Okay, I give you 30 seconds. It took 3 minutes. That should tell you how much CJ knows about the Nigerian Premier Football League. Well, this weekend I'll just pick a few fixtures. Heartland Sunshine Stars, Imba Wolves, Remo Stars. This will be a tantalizing fixture. Lobby Stars, Abia Warriors. There's insurance against Kano Pillars. Rivers United, Bayelsa United. I see. Plateau United, Rangers also should be one we should look out for. Not forgetting Katsina United against Ikorodu City. We do another break. When we come back, Euro Focus will be the segment. Welcome back, guys. It's time for Euro Focus, and you heard the word focus. We'll focus on the big boys. That's the UEFA Champions League. There's really no time.
Ouch.
Yeah, there's really no time to talk about the Thursday night football, guys. So hey, let's talk about UEFA Champions League. The biggest news: 3 top teams lost in the course of the midweek.
That's
Real Madrid,
City, and PSG.
Man City, Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Are you counting Arsenal as a big boy?
I said PSG.
But I was wondering. He just skipped it.
No, PSG have lost to Arsenal this season in the Champions League. Okay, so I know what I'm saying. But we also I also need to give kudos to Stade Brestois, who went away from home and picked up
the best team.
3.
Brest. Oh yeah, Brest went away to
3,
win.
and they are still unbeaten. In fact, so far
Aston Villa's unbeaten gone.
Yes, Aston Villa unbeaten gone. So far, Liverpool are the only
Brest are becoming
team
a very big team right
with
now.
a 100% record. Liverpool the only team with 100% record. I think Sporting, Stade Brestois have 3 wins, 1 draw.
Can you stop calling them Stade Brestois?
And
I don't understand. I
It's
don't
confusing
understand.
me with
Exactly.
The name of the club
is Brest.
Brest.
They make a mistake to bring them into the conversation.
But we are talking about
Top
boys,
team,
not
big boys. They're a big team right now.
Thursday. Sorry, CJ. Not the Devils.
That's why I didn't want to shake any of you.
But a quick one. We will not dwell on all of these teams because we'll get to talk about Real Madrid when we get to our hot gist. Arsenal when we get to our hot gist. Maybe for City losing 3 on the bounce, and then
City now. I think Real Madrid is not 3-2. Arsenal, Aston Villa incidental that lost 3 straight games as well.
Man City losing to a certain Amorim who's going to Manchester United. What does that look like?
In the reviews and Robert, when after that win, when it was talking, people said, "No worry, I'm coming to deal with you in England." Ten Hag said more than this one. An era comes one.
But honestly, I feel it's not the result wasn't a big deal. For people of people of Sporting, it's massive. For Amorim, it's good. But coming to Manchester, it's a different ball game.
Entirely,
Yeah,
completely
it's
different
ball
players,
game.
different mindset,
Different
different
mindsets,
responsibility,
exactly.
different expectations.
I don't want to get too excited. Maybe as a Manchester United fan, he's getting surprised.
But which would you prefer?
Yeah.
Ruben Amorim coming to Manchester United, gets to play against Man City, destroys Man City. It gives him a certain level of confidence coming into the league, rather than if he was the one that got destroyed. So is it not better that he destroyed City? He's coming to the league. If Pep gets to play Ruben Amorim's Manchester United, he would have, a second thought that these guys have destroyed me. So I'll not just go all out.
Sorry, but these things come in phases. I like Amorim after the match when they asked him, "Is this your biggest result so far?" And he said, in fairness, 2 seasons ago, Manchester City came to the same stadium and they defeated his team 5-1. And at the end of that game, his fans were applauding him. And at that point, he sensed, oh, these guys appreciate what I'm doing. They see what I'm doing. And for that fact that he even
They never
that he even thought about it, and it shows you his mentality, it shows you his strength, it shows you a coach that is detailed, it shows you a coach that is willing to learn. And he also said in a separate interview that Pep is the best coach in the world and Pep is the number one and is above him presently.
He'll be at Old Trafford in 2 weeks, have you?
Yeah.
So give you 2 years, that black hair
he will turn to white. No, it happens to everybody actually. It happened to Ole, it happened to Yose, it happened to
all of them. When
managers.
Everything's always
It happens to everyone.
Even Alonso that is likely joining Madrid.
Yeah.
Give them 2-3 years. When they first give you 4 in Clasico, your hair will change.
Okay, if I have a question on this before we go into league games and then wrap up Euro Focus. Some persons are saying already that with the way the table looks like, for instance, top 8, I'm seeing Sporting, AS Monaco, Stade Brestois, and Aston Villa in the top 8. There's Dortmund somewhere. Maybe if you say the key teams, maybe Inter, Barcelona, Liverpool. Maybe you can add Dortmund to it. But the other 4, then some persons are saying it might be the case that the playoffs for the round of 16 might be more interesting than the round of 16 itself. Because the playoffs, you get to see a team from Nice, Atalanta, Man City, Juventus, Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern, Real Madrid, AC Milan, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, PSG. These teams will play the playoffs.
If it ends like this, it means the round of 16 may just be one-sided. Because we've seen it almost every year in the Champions League. The battle in group stage, top 2 teams qualify, and then from round of 16, when the big boys with the not so big boys meet, in most cases, out of the 8 games, at least 6-7 of them, you know who will qualify. It's only maybe 1 or 2 shockers. It means everyone will do everything they can to win their playoffs. Now, if you can't make the top 8, try and make the next 8. At least you play the first leg of the playoff away from home.
Yeah.
Whatever happens then determines the second leg. But when people are saying the new format has changed Champions League, I say it didn't change anything. You only change what the grouping looks like.
And they'll play just 2 more matches.
Yeah, I know.
From round of 16, we are back to status quo. We are back to normal. It means for those saying there's no chance for Real Madrid this year because they always have. I say Madrid qualifies to round of 16. If they will go back to the old them, it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
And Champions League has shown over the years that round of 16 is a different competition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Different ball game actually.
Especially when you move from 2024 to 2025. A lot changes.
Transfers, maybe injuries.
Yes.
Now, no international break between January and March. So you have 100% focus on club football. Then there's some injured players may have recovered. So too many factors. Too many.
Very, very true. Okay, away from that, let's go to league games this weekend. And I'm looking at across board. Maybe I can pick out 2 key games. But let me start from the La Liga. We have Real Madrid, Osasuna, Mallorca, Atletico Madrid, Real Sociedad, Barcelona. You think any of the big boys will drop points?
From those fixtures.
So see that they always threaten Barcelona, but all those games after threatening and everything, they say no.
Okay. In the Bundesliga, I see Bochum, Leverkusen, St. Pauli, Bayern, Mainz, Dortmund, Leipzig, Mönchengladbach.
I predicted last week that Bochum was going to beat Bayern Munich, but it never happened. In fact, it was an annihilation. Okay. And I raised my hand up.
Okay, good.
Sometimes it happens.
Good. He has been humbled. In the Serie A, there's a key game. Roma, Bologna, Monza, Lazio, Atalanta, Udinese. Atalanta, Udinese is even Lukman against Maduka Okoye. But Inter,
beat themselves before coming
Inter, Napoli. Simeone Inzaghi had the guts to rest at most at 5 key
Marcus
players
Thuram and,
against
DiMarco.
Arsenal and still beat Arsenal in Champions League. He rested them because of this Napoli team. Because I know Napoli, coming off the back of last weekend, losing against Atalanta, want to bounce back against Inter. How do you guys think this will? Let me start with Bolu.
And Inter Milan win takes them to the top of the table. Any other result keeps Napoli at the top. We makes it even more harder. We makes it more interesting. And the fact that they're playing at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium, well, they are not even traveling. They didn't travel for Champions League. They are still not going anywhere for the league. It's a huge advantage for them. Napoli, on the other hand, they've just been looking. When you are done playing your European games, come back and meet us. So both of them kind of have advantage. Yes, Napoli didn't play, but Inter didn't also go anywhere. So they are home, like you rightly said, they rested players for the fixture. This game has not been this important for a while because it won't determine who will win the league. But at least it will determine who stays at the top of the table till we go to international. We know most times after international break, some big teams fall. The battle will just be feisty in this game. And as much as I criticize Inzaghi a lot, this one, he knows what he's doing. Like, he prepared well for... When Manchester United, no, we are not thinking about the next day. It's a game.
They do think about it a lot.
Lambert, they are thinking about it. And we saw it with the way it's set up. Then when you notice, it seems Arsenal putting pressure on us, he started bringing back all his big boys to secure the win for them. I think Inter Milan will not lose this game. Whether win or not, I'm not sure. But they know a win takes them above Napoli.
We'll get, when we get to Ponta's bank, we'll talk about it.
I think Conte was angry last time. They said he wasn't playing European games, that he has everything to win the league this period. And he reminded everyone that they forgot that he started the league very poorly. He was losing games. Osimhen had to leave the team. Kvaratskhelia was not signing a new deal. So it was difficult for him at the start of the season. He even lost at home against a lowly rated team. Before he brought Lukaku in, brought McTominay in, he brought the Brazilian Neres from Benfica to the team. So Napoli as a team, they've done pretty well, but they've not done it in style. They've played almost a mechanical kind of football, and Inzaghi knows that. Inzaghi knows he's not coming to that particular game to play pretty football and win. So he's resting players because he knows the players need the energy to play against Napoli. And I think Inter Milan might just win this one and make it 2 consecutive losses for Napoli. Regardless of, I love McTominay, but this one I'm not sure. I'm not sure they are getting the win this one.
Let's just even stay at Manchester United. Manchester United play in England. They play Leicester this weekend. Ruud van Nistelrooy, you know, Amorim is coming in. But if you look at how he has set up this side, the excitement that this team play with, they drew against Chelsea last time, but United looked like the better side. You know, created the best chances and all of that. Do you think he can replicate that result he had in the EFL Cup where they scored 5? Leicester's defense, I don't think is that solid. You think Inter can get that done?
Yes, they are cost. Oh, that wasn't the question. Yeah, for Leicester City, it's been
I thought you said no about Banta. So okay.
It's been a bad return for Leicester to the Premier League. Things have not been stew for them, even though it felt like Wilfred Ndidi started chasing the assist lead in the NPF in the Premier League, providing assist and the like. But I think United want to end the Ruud van Nistelrooy's term on a high note. Like right against Chelsea, they created loads of chances. It is the curse that made them miss all those goals. And I remember one of their attempts, everybody blamed Garnacho, and I said to myself, the man had thought of Bruno Fernandes because it took the whole world before he was able to pass. But people we all look or see differently. But I think they should do enough to win against Leicester. It still depends on how they set up the team. If I see at least Ruud has been playing safe with his lineup, not the magic. Ten Hag was performing with the squad, making some weird positionings for everybody. So I think United should still do enough to say bye-bye to Ruud van Nistelrooy and Ten Hag's entire backroom staff. But the real business starts post-international break. But luckily, the 6 games afterwards are some games that are winnable for United. So if you want to judge Amorim, I don't think you judge him after the first 5-6 games.
Okay. To other games, but we just react to 2 more. There's Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Tottenham, Ipswich, Liverpool, Aston Villa. That looks like a tricky tie for both managers, Ancelotti and Unai Emery. Brighton, Man City. City going to play Brighton. Brighton have been one of the teams that have pushed the big boys. Will City lose the 4th game on the bounce?
Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. And Brighton, like Riley said, Liverpool had to draw out loads of sweat before they were able to beat them at the Amex in the EFL Cup as well. Then the Premier League the following weekend, that was last week. Liverpool also had to draw beyond sweat to come from a goal down to win that game. Now taking on City. The problem I have with playing big teams consecutively, it's always hard for the big boys that come after, because no team wants to lose 2-3 straight games on the bounce on the Premier League. But City, they are probably hurt now. They poured salt to the face of the injury, which I think they should do enough to come back. They will likely win this one, but it's not going to be a jolly ride. They would win, I think so, but they will hustle to.
You agree, Bolu?
It will be very difficult. It will be a very tight game. They've played games in previous seasons where the scorelines are always narrow, close, very narrow scoreline. And Haaland is not scoring. He missed the penalty in the Champions League game, which was unlike him.
Yeah.
And the confidence is waning.
Over 300,000 I've sold him in the FPL. We'll get there.
FPL. So the confidence is waning for the team. But I like what is happening to City, because it now shows you the type of manager Pep Guardiola is. He said it himself that he likes the challenge, and this will make him want to stay on. This will make him want to embrace the challenge and motivate the boys to come back.
Because people don't see that as challenge. What they see as challenge, you should go to Everton.
Actually, it's a huge challenge, because he has won
you need to bring them back up.
This particular team now have won so much. They want
motivating them is a
big
deal.
Yeah, motivating them would not be a very big deal. If it's easier self when it is Everton, their aim will be trying to qualify for the Champions League, survive relegation. So, but for this one now, you must win the league. You must be on top of the league, and it's harder when you're top and people are chasing you than when you're chasing people. So the Brighton game will not be easy for City at all. I'm looking at City still not coming out with a win.
Oh, wow, that'll really shift something when it comes to the balance in the English Premier League, especially if Liverpool gets to win. I'd like to see how that would pan out. We have Chelsea, Arsenal, but we'll talk about that on Hot Gist. We'll do another break. When we come back, it'll be time for Hot Gist. Welcome back, guys. It's time for Hot Gist right here on Premium Sport on PBO TV. The previous segment, we spoke about Chelsea, Arsenal. I think that's the best place to start Hot Gist. We'll talk about Arsenal. Edu is gone. He wants a bigger role, and that's why he has gone to work for the owner of Nottingham Forest.
He wants bigger money.
Rio have Olympiacos and all of that. Arsenal did not consider him. In fact, there are some stories that the Arsenal hierarchy had openings, very close to the top shots, and they didn't consider Edu. For example, that might be part of the reason why he's gone. Right? They're looking at bringing in someone else. They say Arteta, that I don't think he's doing a fantastic job, might influence who he will bring. If Arteta brings someone and influences who he will bring, how will that person give him KPI? How will that person judge him? If he's not doing so well. So the Arsenal situation looks very, very complicating right now. But Edu leaving, could this affect Arsenal negatively?
Well, they just need to find someone who's maybe they should go and bring Ralph Ragnick.
He's an expert. He's an expert in director.
It's better as a director than as a coach.
Or Mike Emenalo.
Emenalo collecting money in Ezeali. Not
exactly.
I think for Edu, it's just more money. Now, which role would they give you? Should you want to become vice president or president of the club? No, you are the sport director. You are literally the go-to man for almost anything. And he's done well to an extent. The players he signed, he's brought the likes of Odegaard, the Ozils. He's brought in superstars for them, but just that they spend lots of money. Only Chelsea and City. No, only Chelsea and United.
700 million.
No, over 800 in pounds. So I think only Chelsea and United spent more than Arsenal in that period. Unfortunately, they didn't win much in terms of title, but he's brought in lots of quality players, including them Aubameyang. Now they need to look for someone who sometimes your level determines who you can call. I may be able to bring Ronaldo. CJ may not be able to control more than maybe someone like Osimhen. Then if you want CJ to bring a Ronaldo, that will be very difficult. So they need to find someone in that level or even higher for them to manage.
CJ can bring Scott McTominay.
Because Arsenal now, they are not the Arsenal they were maybe 7 years ago. Now Arsenal can call almost any player. Unfortunately, I don't know why it's the likes of Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus that always come. But Arsenal have grown to that level to call almost any big boy. And should I say sadly, incidentally, Victor Sporting is also among the players that are causing us to play. Now there's an Ishak I think even me, I can call Isha for Arsenal. But they need someone in the mold of Edu or bigger. If not, Arsenal may go from where they were in terms of transfer qualities and go down
and
bit.
drop.
The decision surprised me because I thought Edu was doing fine and he was close with Arteta. In fact, they worked so well together that you almost think they are like coach and assistant coaches because and he's like the go-to man for Arteta.
Yeah.
So I don't know what will break now if Arteta will feel lonely and want to leave.
That's why they are saying that he will influence the next man.
They just trying to compensate him so that he will not feel bad or isolated. But I don't know what Edu wants, whether he wants to become CEO of the club. Like, I don't know.
He said he wants more influence.
If he wants more influence,
he should buy clubs.
Exactly,
He'll
he
be
wants to
running
run
the 3
points.
clubs. Real have Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, he wants to become the CEO. He wants to become
the three of them combined, no serious.
he wants to become the CEO of the club. The truth is Arsenal have been punching a little bit above their weight in terms of spending. They've spending what? No, I'm not bantering now because I've seen the way you're looking at me. Now
I don't understand.
They've been punching above their weight a little bit, and they spent too much on Declan Rice, which I thought was a good sporting decision, not good financially. They would have invested that money in a top striker.
On Anthony.
Or a
Go
top,
ahead.
No, Anthony. I'm not bantering.
Go ahead.
not bantering
That's why
right
we are saying the same thing.
But they would have spent
I was
good
actually
money.
thinking he mentioned to me. I was like, until I now thought, Anto, what's Spokoli?
No, they would have spent the money on a striker like Osimhen, who wanted to leave Napoli, and
They should
everybody
have
knew.
even gotten Victor
No.
Gyökeres. Now that guy,
Gyökeres now
I don't
is-
think it's less than 100 million now.
Now,
Before Sporting bought it for less than 20 million pounds.
Brighton sold it
So
for
for 1 million pounds.
3 years ago.
so he went to Coventry.
It's very, very
then from
cheap.
Coventry, he went to
Sporting.
Sporting, 20 million euros.
So it's now I don't want to say it's a scouting problem because Arsenal has some pretty good scouts, and Edu made some shoddy signings. We mentioned one before we came on air. Marquinhos.
Sterling.
He has not played.
We can go ahead.
Sterling
go
was
on.
not a good
Pablo
signing.
Mari,
And so
Even Vieira.
Nuno
it's
Tavares.
yeah, so it's either here or there. It's either here or there for Arsenal. But for me, Edu has gone to a club where they will give him everything he wants. And the club is, in terms of money, personally the owner of Nottingham is richer.
As far as I
Is
signing
richer,
players
so
like
they
MPFL.
will sign loads of players. He will make them better with the kind of players he will sign because he will connect with Brazil, but direct connect. And players will look at him and want to come.
How many Brazilians thrive in Premier League? Because you can't see.
That's another question. That's a good question.
It's not
That's
just
another good
Nottingham.
question. But
There's Olympiacos.
Not I feel like even the better one among
But
others.
there's
but the thing here is he will bring in players. He would make them feel. He will make them feel his presence.
Not even so. Will an okay player go to Forest?
No, the thing now where is their target? Right now they are like top 4, but their target now will be just go to Europe.
Yes.
And just going to Europe, my main conference league.
Yeah.
So they will get players
And
for the quality.
Edu will come in handy.
He will come in
there.
handy.
Okay,
It will come in handy.
let's wrap this up with CJ mentioned something about scouting. In February, even from last season, we heard that Arsenal were looking out to sign Victor Gyökeres. Now, they sent scouts to go watch him in February and also sent scouts to go watch him, I think, in July, August, in the summer. Now, these scouts, the reason why they sent scouts, Arteta and Edu sent scouts to go watch him was because he had a surgery on his knee, and they felt that maybe he had not healed fully, so they should watch him closely, not what they see on TV. Now, if after all of this scouting, Arsenal did not sign Gyökeres, Arsenal brought in Raheem Sterling as an attacking reinforcement, letting go of Smith Rowe, letting go of Reece Nelson, which we now see today, Arsenal are 7 points off the top of the league, 10 games in. Arsenal have lost 1 and drawn 1 in just 4 UEFA Champions League games. Do you think, even with this Edu drama, that Arteta's time is up, or Arsenal should give him more time, or the job is even bigger than him, or there's a ceiling?
He probably has hit the threshold. Sadly, if you are working under a Pep Guardiola and you were this close a few times, sometimes people's mindset is gone. Like, well, nothing will have to do. I know a United fan that kept saying that he doesn't even think anybody can win league. So long Pep is there. So he does. If he's a manager, won't stress himself for the title. That when Pep leaves, all of us remaining will probably start battling ourselves. So it's probably one of the challenges. And sometimes scouts like voting also. It feels like many of them just do what they like. Like, I don't like this guy. Was it not some United scout that said the only reason they didn't want United to sign Isco was because the hair was big? So sometimes scouting reports come, you'll be like,
now that you said that, I remember why we didn't sign the former Liverpool captain, Henderson. Ferguson himself actually said he doesn't like his running style.
So it's weird.
That's weird.
Chijioke is the best. Is best striker in the world right now. No, maybe arguably because we have Lewandowski, we have Harry Kane. He's even doing better than Haaland. And then Arsenal had the chance to sign him.
Now. His numbers are
and they didn't sign him.
His numbers are ridiculous.
Should Arteta be punished? Like should Arteta be sacked?
And it would have been got cheaper.
Yes.
And that's what is missing in Arsenal as a whole now. Minus form. Sometimes when you are deep in form, no matter what you do, nothing works. The only thing Arsenal miss now
prolific striker.
Is a goal banger.
Prolific striker. Because they've depended on Havertz. They've depended on Havertz for so long.
And it's not enough.
They didn't learn from Chelsea.
I think before the show again, I just keep making reference. Someone said to us while we're coming on that Arteta is stubborn, and I think I agree.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I agree totally.
He wants to prove that this boy will get the job, and they will keep beating him.
But Arsenal actually deserves Arteta. He has done
the same way United deserved everything.
From where he brought them from. They were complaining that Emery wasn't good enough. They cried, they booed him, and the good evening thing became popular. They ridiculed him. Now he's at Aston Villa doing so massive, and he's enjoying his job. And
I can see the hate. I can see the beat.
I'm enjoying what's happening to Arsenal. I can't lie.
Okay,
I'm enjoying it actually.
So it's official. CJ is enjoying Arsenal tears. Whilst if you go, that's in England. If you go to Spain, Barcelona are enjoying Real Madrid's tears. That's our final talking point, guys. Honestly, I've said this time and time again. The El Clasico, perfect example. Replace Mbappe with Rodrigo, Madrid would have been 3-0 up in the first half because Rodrigo knows how to break those lines and would have given Madrid. But Mbappe, I don't know what's happening. There's a certain Mbappe Vinicius issue that nobody's seen. They hug themselves. We mentioned it. Do you think Madrid made a mistake to bring Kylian Mbappe? Do you think Kylian Mbappe has made Madrid weaker and not stronger?
Okay, let's start like this. I think the problem with Madrid is a team problem now in terms of form. If you check formation at the start of the season, Real Madrid played the exact formation I predicted. Vinicius, Mbappe, and Rodrigo, front three. In midfield, Jude Bellingham, Fede Valverde, Camavinga, or Tchouaméni. Camavinga got injured, Tchouaméni got injured. Modric started more games this season than he did the whole of last season.
Yeah.
So the injury started. First problem. Bellingham got injured. Second problem. Then Rodrigo picked up a knock. He had to switch back to the 4-4-2 he played last season. Then he spoke before Clasico that, I can try Militao on the right. I said, that's a brilliant idea because that's when we talk about Coach Ibiso because Vasquez, going forward, brilliant. He's a born winger, but defensively, I'm always scared when I see him in the box.
Yeah.
He can commit any silly foul on the box. And if you check all the 4 goals in the Clasico, the fullbacks were terrible, including Mendy, who used to be the best defensive fullback anywhere. But this season, I think I defend better than Mendy. He's always been caught offside every time defending. So you saw the same thing, and I could have sworn that I would do the same thing against me. And that feeling of it won't be like the same thing. The match Endrick cost Real Madrid in the La Liga Madrid derby against Atletico. He started in the next match. That feeling of just let you know that it was a mistake, a blip. That's why I blame the coach a bit. And for Vinicius and Mbappe, I see them hug himself, shake. Vinicius will do Mbappe,
but it's not working.
But that thing is just face. It doesn't show on the field. You see Vinicius dribble everybody. Mbappe standing in the pass. It's doing the same thing in Clasico. Pass, same thing with Mbappe too. Will look up.
Turn again. Mistakes. Could Madrid have let Mbappe? The Mbappe saga.
Mbappe. The truth is, when he clicks, he's still the best forward Real Madrid have. Is the best goal scorer in this squad now. Is it working yet? No. But I think, like I was saying off air, that if Real Madrid click now, it now depends on, will they still be in Champions League? That's the first thing. The second thing is, how far would Barcelona have gone in the La Liga? If Barcelona continue with this form,
You'll be out of
before
sight.
Real Madrid click,
They'll
they
be
may
out of
have gone like 200 points behind.
Yeah.
And
But
let me
I
just
think
let me
they
just
will
say.
click. When is now the problem?
Let me just say categorically that Barcelona will win the league.
But
Now,
Mbappe,
but now the Mbappe
Madrid
thing,
has
the Mbappe thing is, I think it's a mismatch now. With whatever way you look at it, is a big mismatch because Mbappe's favorite position is playing from the left. He can play down the middle. Don't get me wrong.
And the best player in the world right now, Vinicius, plays on the left.
Vinicius, the second best player in the world. Actually, Rodri is the best player in the world. The second best, no.
Well, it's Ballon d'Or, not FIFA
Ballon
best player. So.
d'Or, Ballon d'Or, yeah. So, but Vinicius would not vacate the left side for anybody in the world.
Why didn't they
And
start there?
Ancelotti has been trying to be clever by telling both of them to switch positions. If you watch Madrid game, even without you really
Even without Rodrigo, both of them.
they always try to switch. Like if Vinny go to the middle, he comes, but it's not working at
I think
the
one
moment.
thing people should even note, I've heard many people say Mbappe is not a striker. Mbappe is a born striker. He's just an Henry kind of striker that loves to drift from the
drifts
left. And like
side.
CJ says, Vinicius, we saw Vinicius on the right. He struggles a lot. The only man that plays both wings conveniently is Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Vinicius will almost likely never play on the right.
He will
And
try.
even if he does, I don't think anybody will bench Vinicius on the left now.
No.
So they have to find a way to know, I'm the one coming here now, you move. to
I
the
think like there was this. Sorry.
Somebody said that if Real Madrid had kept the Mbappe issue and gone for a Lautaro Martinez, they would be a better team.
Possibly they would have started the league better.
Yes.
But Mbappe will win you more in the
Over
long run.
Yep. He's
In
young.
the long, because now the problem now is about clicking. Now they've not gotten it right. Like Mbappe now plays in the middle, and he sees Vinicius beating players the way he's supposed to beat players, and he annoys him. He, like Bolu said, they will shake, they will hug, but it shows it shows that I'm supposed to be the one doing this thing he's doing. So sometimes when he comes into the midfield, like Mbappe draws players out actually. Vini is supposed to run into the space.
But Bellingham
he won't
do
go.
more
But
of
yeah,
that.
Bellingham goes more instead of Vini or any player from the right. But they don't do it. And Mbappe gets pissed off and he walks. And Mbappe never walks.
And the
he
criticism
never
will
walks.
be, he's not supporting.
Exactly.
I think now with Rodrigo back,
I think
if maybe he will go back to that older formation. Like I said, Bellingham is playing his best football this season. Unfortunately, he's not scoring. People don't care about how because now it shows Bellingham is a natural box to box. He never gets tired, 90 minutes running around. But if he's not scoring, people don't care whatever thing you do. If you're
yeah. So Kingsley, why I said Ancelotti is trying to compensate now. If you check, Rodrigo picked a knock, but he doesn't start games as he normally would start. If Rodrigo plays every time, he compensates a lot for those guys in terms of work rate, running, covering.
It means Rodrigo can cover the two.
Exactly. He comes into the middle, he goes outside. So you guys can do anything. If you want to mess up, you can mess up. But Rodrigo drives them. Even if they are better players than him.
When he came on board.
Rodrigo drives. So now he's trying to be clever. By Rodrigo, you sit down.
Start those two up front.
I want these guys to play until they understand themselves.
Yes,
so he's trying to be
working?
clever. Yeah,
It's working.
but it's not working. I don't know how long
It will take.
it will take for him to change
Fiorentino
that.
Perez, can he stay that long? Can he be that patient?
I think it feels like this season let's finish.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I think they've considered the league. They just want the players to work.
It's almost a given that Alonso will join Madrid next summer.
Yeah.
Then with the possibility of taking Florian Wirtz, and people are forgetting that Real Madrid didn't replace a certain Toni Kroos. Sadly, Toni Kroos is irreplaceable. And one of the ideas was Wirtz will join. Next is okay, let's just chill and wait. And there's a possibility of Mendy leaving because they will likely sign Alphonso Davies.
I don't
know what Real Madrid.
I don't want Mendy to leave because he has signed a new contract. I like that you guys have given him a new contract.
So
allow Davies come to United. But we need a left back so bad.
What of the two hospital patients left?
Let them be
CJ,
Malaika and
we're talking about the Champions League.
What?
Okay, guys. The conversation, will keep going on and on. Kylian Mbappe going to Real Madrid. Hit or miss? I think with what they've both said. Bolu sits on the fence. CJ feels is a miss. What do you think out there? We'll wrap up with FPL corner, not forgetting premium bankers also. But let's just go to FPL guys straight. Surprise, surprise. Top transfers out this game week. Haaland is top of the list. Do you still have Haaland?
Yeah, I do.
Are you selling him?
I'll give him more weeks.
Do you still have Haaland?
Well, yes, Haaland is dining. That's
Are you selling him?
Because
how-
people have
Said
sold
he's
him
dying
now.
in the team.
Because they sold him, I may just leave. I was thinking of bringing back Heung-min Son to the team and give him captain.
I actually signed.
Like I
Son.
sold him when he got injured. I'm thinking of bringing him back because it's Ipswich Town. He will score with assists. But now that people are
I
selling
actually signed
Haaland,
him.
I'm thinking of signing I'm thinking of signing Son in the middle. Then give my captain to Haaland.
My captain
Now
for
that
this week
everybody's
is
selling, I
actually
will
Son.
just leave it to the boss.
So what happens to
Jessica.
Okay, Cole Palmer.
Oh, Palmer. I
is
never
out
signed
injured.
Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer is
He's
injured.
injured.
I thought Kingsley Palmer were off. He went to sign Palmer. Now he went off.
He still
Yeah,
gave me the weekend assignment against
An
Newcastle.
assist.
That was the only
Yeah,
after
really
that.
good.
Okay, what happened?
We've had only one match there after then, and he got an assist.
Oh, you didn't have me for the Liverpool game.
Liverpool
You wanted,
game-
yeah, it was the Liverpool weekend you wanted to sign.
No,
him.
it was the Newcastle weekend.
Oh, that means you missed the
Newcastle.
1 point for that
Yeah,
one.
Newcastle. Yeah.
So-
So now Haaland is top. Luis Diaz. Why would you sell Luis
Because
Diaz?
he doesn't start again in the Premier League,
Yeah,
especially.
It's quite actually
and I think
Champions
I think he has showed the coach that he's willing
Yeah,
to
I'm missing-
work.
so that's where the problem is.
I think
He may
he will
start
start.
again.
He will start now again. And people will rush to start buying him again.
Watkins. I see Van der Ven is injured. Eze is injured. Watkins, is it because of the price?
I'm thinking
Is-
Watkins to bring in Wissal.
It's expensive.
Yeah, no, he should be sold because
Wissa-
he has not delivered for like 4 weeks now.
Yuan Visa, Wood, they are doing well and they are cheap. Even Cunha are doing well and then they are cheap.
If I
But it is
I bought
Watkins.
Wood actually. I
Maybe it's
sold
maybe
Watkins
it's time to
already.
sell Welbeck.
I sold Watkins already.
Welbeck has been doing well for me.
Welbeck has been in my team for like almost 2 months.
Now,
I sold Welbeck. I
top
sold
transfers
Watkins
this
already.
game week. Wood, I'm not surprised.
I think I will bring
Salah, a lot of persons to captain Salah.
Who are they
Is-
playing?
is,
Villa.
Aston
I don't
Villa.
want to have
not
Salah
signed-
in my
I'm not
team.
so-
I know because it's called Solanke. We know that Solanke
Nah.
might off for the next 5
for
games.
Spurs now. He won't even start.
Mbeumo.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Sholanke will start.
He starts.
Sholanke will
He starts on that. Who are you captain this weekend?
I'm thinking Son. If I sign
Against
him.
Aston Villa.
Yeah,
no,
Ipswich.
Ipswich
Ipswich.
Town. I'm thinking Son against Ipswich Town.
I've
because
already captained him already. So
They will
no need-
score-
I bought him this week and I captained him already.
Son?
Yeah,
they will
Son.
score like 3 or 4. And Son
He will
involved
get
in
2.
At least.
He will be involved in what for?
Okay, guys. I'm captaining Brotherly Haaland.
Because they're
And
selling out.
We'll come back here
Haaland.
next week and I'll tell these guys that Haaland will score 2 or 3. Maybe 2 goals, 1 assist.
Against
Against Brighton, yes. The match will end 4-4 or 5-5. Okay, let's go to our premium market as we wrap up this edition of the show. Where do we start from? I think I'll just do 7 today. Let's do 7 games. Roma Bologna.
Bologna 1x.
Wow. You'll beat Roma. Roma have been poor. Monza Lazio.
Monza 1x.
Wow. Okay. Bochum Leverkusen. No. Let me stay with you. Bochum Leverkusen.
Over 2.5, yeah.
St. Pauli Bayern Munich.
Bayern to run riot over 3.5.
That's 4. Mallorca Atletico.
Narrow win for Atletico.
Atletico Madrid. Okay, let's add 2 more to make it 7. Tottenham Ipswich.
Riot for Tottenham over
9.5.
over 3.5.
Man United Leicester.
Man United to run riot. Final game for Ruud van Nistelrooy
Okay.
over 2.5.
Okay, I'll go to Bolu. Roma Bologna.
Well, even though they're useless, but I think Roma will win this.
Roma to win. Monza Lazio.
Monza double chance.
Double chance. Bochum Leverkusen.
Leverkusen would win this one.
St. Pauli Bayern.
Bayern straight win. I think you can even do 3.5.
3.5.
They miss out the chance in midweek. I think they'll do this up.
Mallorca Atletico.
Atletico's maybe on that 3.5.
Okay,
I
2
like that.
more. Man United Leicester.
Another year club.
Best club in
I
the
think
world,
straight
yeah.
win United.
Sheffield United, Tottenham Ipswich.
I thought I'm thinking over 4.5, but
Hello.
let's reduce it to maybe over 3.5 for that game. Spurs will definitely
Okay,
win.
these are the kind of games that end 1-0 or even goalless. Tottenham Ipswich.
Oh, would you know?
Okay, guys, it's been fantastic having you join us right here on this edition of Premium Sports on PBO TV. Thank you, Boluwatitonisola, Omoniyi. Thank you to Chijioke, Ezeali, and to all of the guys behind the camera doing so well. I'm the Amazing Kingsley. I'll catch up with you guys next week.
Premium Box Office TV. Everyone loves premium. Premium Box Office TV is exclusive on StarTimes.